Hello Internet, I'm your only mate, and it's that time again. Time for another death battle! This time we've got Guts versus Nightmare. What do I know about these guys? Pretty much nothing. Although I do know, some things. I think I know more about Guts than I do about Nightmare. I did look him up, but I think I've forgotten, a bunch of stuff. I'm sorry. With Guts, I know, when he was born, his mother was, dead. So, he was born from a corpse to, that's basically how he was born. And, he killed a guy before he was 10, I think. And after watching his girlfriend get raped and killed in front of him, I think that's what happened, he cut his own hand off and gouged out his own eye. Nightmare, the only part I really remember about him is that his sword is pretty much cursed. Not really cursed or possessed or something along those lines, I don't know. And so basically, if you grab it, then... I'm going to stop talking in case I completely get stuff wrong. So, I'm just going to watch this, and hopefully I'll remember a few things. But if I had to pick who is going to win this, I am going to go with Guts. I'm going to say Guts is going to win. Not just because he's the one I remember about the most, but I know he kills demons quite a lot, and I think I remember hearing someone that Nightmare basically is one. So, this is kind of what he's used to. And also, I do know at least one of the combatants for the next death battle, because Screwattack revealed it over Twitter. And I'm happy that this one is at least someone that I know right away. But enough of me talking. Play.
This episode of Death Battle is brought to you by Squarespace, the easiest way to create a beautiful website, blog, or online store for you and your idea. Squarespace features an elegant interface, beautiful templates, and incredible 24/7 customer support. Try Squarespace at squarespace.com/screwattack and instantly get 10% off.
Not bad. Not bad. Don't think I need a website, though.
For untold decades, scientists
Cloud.
have searched for a legitimate method of measuring a
Pyramid
person's
Head.
level of badassness, completely missing the obvious answer. Just check out the size of his sword, like Guts, the brutal black swordsman from Berserk, and Nightmare, the demonic scourge from Soul Calibur. He's whizzing on boots.
I think it's the second time we've had a Soul Calibur character.
Weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. In the realm of Midland, rumors run rampant of a man wielding a humongous blade slaying any who get in his way. But before
Sounds like
his
a few
legend
characters
grew,
I know.
this black swordsman was known simply as Guts. Oh man, I'm so excited! Guts is one of the most badass and hardcore characters ever. But
Yes,
the
I
story
agree,
of Guts
he is.
not for the faint of heart. Yeah, it's kinda dark.
Oh, yeah.
After a brutal massacre, Guts was born from the corpse of his mother, who'd been hanged from a tree.
Oh,
And we're just getting started. Baby Guts was discovered by a traveling band of mercenaries and was adopted by the camp whore, who died to plague 3 years later.
Ooh.
With no one left to turn to, Guts was mentored by the mercenary leader Gambino, who began training him in swordsmanship when he was just 6 years old. Hey, Guts! Why don't you use a smaller sword, one right for your size? We don't carry any baby-sized swords for kids here anyway.
Well, to be fair, if you can wield a sword that's even bigger than you and be awesome with it, then...
His first man at the age of 9.
Oh yeah, he wasn't 10 when he killed his first man, I was right.
Young Guts was constantly abused in many ways that I don't really want to go into. But these awful things he had to endure kickstarted the long, excruciating process of grooming Guts into the scariest man in the world.
After killing his crazed adoptive father in self-defense, Guts became a lone mercenary, and a damn good one.
Oh, God.
Recognized for his skill, he was recruited by the mercenary crew called the Band of the Hawk, led by an ambitious man named Griffin. The Hawk's Raiders would be Guts' first taste of camaraderie and friendship.
Over the next 3 years, they single-handedly ended a 100-year war. Things were looking up for Guts. And then Griffin summoned a horde of demons, transformed into a bad monster.
How many times has
Guts'
that happened?
friends, and claimed ownership of Guts' soul by branding his neck. If that
Stuff
wasn't
goes
dramatic
well
enough,
for a guy
Griffin
and then
then
it all
raped
falls
Guts'
apart.
girlfriend in the pool of his friend's blood as he watched,
Oh.
pinned down with his eye gouged out and forced to cut off his own arm.
Oh,
Definitely
God.
not his best day. After all of that, Guts dedicated his entire life to murdering Griffith as painfully and brutally as possible.
that's understandable.
Demons on a daily basis as they are drawn to his brand like moths to a flame.
But to do this, he needs the right tools for the job. He carries a belt of throwing knives and a pouch of mini bombs even demons can't take.
He also received a new
Nice.
mechanical hand, which houses a flamethrower, repeater crossbow, and a hidden single-shot cannon. Perfect for blasting a demon's face off.
I can imagine.
Bitch!
But none of that compares to Guts' primary tool of destruction, the giant blade known as Dragon Slayer.
Nice.
Massive, thick, heavy, and far too rough. It's too big to be called a sword. More like a heap of raw iron. And it might just be the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Forged by the legendary hermit Ghost.
I thought
Dragon
Boomstick was
Slayer
going to make a
made
penis
to,
joke for a second.
well, slay a dragon. Unfortunately, it was laughed off as impossible to use by anyone.
Except for Guts.
Sitting 6.5 feet long and weighing over 400 pounds, the Dragon Slayer is enormous, though not
Yeah, sounds it.
unfeasible. In real life, the largest sword ever used in battle belonged to a Frisian freedom fighter and stood 7 feet tall.
Wow.
Though it wasn't nearly as heavy, only 14 pounds.
With a single swing of Dragon Slayer, Guts can cleave through a man wearing heavy armor. Along with his
God.
weapon, his horse, and any other people, animals, or demons who happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
And after killing over 1,000 demons, no, I did not stutter, Dragon Slayer has bathed in so much demonic blood that it now rests in both the physical and astral planes of existence. Somehow. Meaning, it is capable of harming any supernatural being.
Even ghosts!
Nice.
Guts is an absolute monster in combat. He can move faster than the eye can track, killed 100 soldiers on his own in a single night,
Oh,
and
God.
once jumped in the mouth of a giant sea god, cut his way through it, and killed it from within.
That's impressive.
You intend to gamble your life on a single strike?
Guts will do anything to defeat his foes, including jumping into fire or allowing himself to be impaled just to gain an advantage. And somehow he always survives. He's fallen hundreds of feet, gotten stabbed through the face,
Oh.
taken 1,000 supernatural punches at once, and even been run over by an elf fairy Mothra going supersonic speeds.
But his disregard for his own safety can be costly. Honestly, the only reason he's still alive is pure dumb luck and unstoppable willpower.
And if Guts wasn't tough enough on his
mean,
own, he wears the Berserker armor.
if it's not
the
broke,
most
why fix it?
insane battle gear you've ever seen.
Wait, no.
Activating the Berserker armor seals off the wearer's
Meh.
nervous system, making him immune to pain and its natural inhibitions. This allows Guts to fight at his fullest potential, boosting his power and speed at the risk
If it ain't
of
broke, don't
damaging
get rid of
his
it.
own
There we
body.
go.
With this armor, Guts' sword swing is
Feels bad.
more powerful than a cannonball, though the Force can break his own arm. But don't worry, the cursed Berserker armor will literally rip and pierce his body to pin the bones and muscle back in place.
Now,
Oh.
don't get the wrong idea. The armor does not
Man.
actually heal Guts. It just holds him together. This
Oh.
is dangerous because, well, even though Guts won't feel pain, that doesn't make him invincible.
Plus, the Berserker armor also kinda forces Guts to give in to his inner demons and lose all sense of morality and restraint, making him the most violent demon killer ever.
Violence and completely uncontrollable.
Guts is the embodiment of rage and the epitome of badassery. Believe me, the last thing you want to do is get in this guy's way.
Yeah, I'm staying the hell away from him.
My sword has gotten very dull. However, It's 3 times as thick and does 3 times the damage of a normal sword. You'd better pray you die quickly, or this could be painful.
Hey, I got nothing against you, dude.
Long, long ago, transcending history and the world, an enormous sword was forged, designed to be the deadliest weapon on the battlefield.
It was called Soul Edge, and it was a beast! Gigantic, powerful, sexy.
At a daunting 6 feet 1 inch in length, no ordinary soldier could wield it, but those who could proved unstoppable.
It left no survivors in its wake, just like my ex-wife at an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Great evil dwelt within
Nice
his soul.
boomstick, nice one.
After claiming victory upon victory and being bathed in the blood and hatred of countless foes, a fire was born inside Soul Edge.
Literally,
Oh.
it's a demon made of friggin' fire!
The demon Inferno had one purpose: to infect the world with evil and chaos. But in order to accomplish this, he needed a warrior capable of wielding the true power of Soul Edge. He planned to possess this warrior and transform them into the azure-clad Knight of Darkness, Nightmare. Inferno's first victim came in the late 16th century, when a pirate named Cervantes de Leon raided an English galleon and discovered the intriguing blade aboard, claiming it as his own.
But as we know, this was no ordinary flesh-covered sword with an eyeball. Inferno seized this opportunity and possessed the pirate, testing his body by slaughtering the entire population of a Spanish port town. Talk about a test drive!
Unfortunately, while powerful, Cervantes was not the ideal vessel Inferno sought.
So he made him sit in that town until 2 chicks showed up, killed his ass, and somebody more powerful picked up the sword.
That someone was a knight named Siegfried, and this was the body Inferno was looking for. Once Siegfried's hand touched Soul Edge, Inferno began eating away at his soul, torturing him endlessly and feeding on his fear and anger,
Oh, that just sounds...
transforming him into Nightmare.
Oh, that sounds so horrible.
Nightmare was powerful enough to threaten all of Europe, conquering whole armies and devouring thousands of innocent souls.
If you haven't figured it out by now, Soul Edge is kinda like the ring from Lord of the Rings. If it could cut people and hungered for souls...
I was gonna
However,
say...
Soul Edge's power was incomplete. At some point, it had been broken, and shards of the demon's sword had been scattered across the world. To unlock Soul Edge's true power, Nightmare set off to find the lost pieces of his sword and repair it.
As Nightmare discovered each shard, the power of Soul Edge grew. And so did Nightmare's. He can fight with numerous stances, channel fire and lightning through Soul Edge, and devour the souls of hundreds at once with Soul Wave. Watch this!
Damn!
Despite Nightmare's ever-growing power, Siegfried constantly battled to free himself from Soul Edge's curse, and eventually, he succeeded.
Oh.
The two did battle atop Osterreinsberg Castle, but Nightmare's power was so great, the entire structure was obliterated by a single swing of his vile blade.
Just like a crazy ex-girlfriend, he figured if he couldn't have that body, no one can.
That sounds about right.
Soul Edge cannot be defeated by an ordinary blade. In fact, only one weapon has ever been able to harm it, a supposedly holy blade called Soul Calibur. Unknown to Soul Calibur is actually the final shard of Soul Edge, reforged into a second sword made specifically to combat its demonic counterpart.
Poor guy. How would you feel if some asshole decided to make a weapon specifically designed to murder you? And it kept showing up everywhere.
Nightmare has come close to conquering the
Sounds
world
like
on numerous
a few
occasions,
characters do
yet
already have that to deal
warrior-wielding
with.
Soul Calibur always seems to show up and hold him at bay. While Soul Edge seems indestructible,
apart from that pesky holy sword,
Inferno does require a mortal body to create Nightmare. Should Nightmare fall, Inferno can risk his own life by manifesting himself to protect Soul Edge, as his very existence is tied to the sword.
But if Nightmare manages to absorb that final shard, Soul Edge and Nightmare will merge into their ultimate form. Night Terror! A larger, deadlier, flyier Nightmare!
Whoa.
Flyier?
Yeah, when one gains the power of flyingness? Duh.
That's not even real words, Boomstick!
Vessel, few can match the vile trio of Soul Edge, Inferno, and Nightmare.
Darkness! I shall drown the world in both!
Alright,
well, this is going to be one interesting fight.
Let's debate once and for all.
It's time for a death battle! Giant swords, yeah!
Oh, so my laptop was given... Okay, so... Talking about this, who do I think is going to win this fight? I'm still thinking Guts, but if he uses the full Berserker armor and gets injured, like if a bone gets broken, yeah, the armor will try and fix that, but it won't heal him, it'll just hold him together. So that could yeah, I could just screw him over. Although there's one thing I think could be a deciding factor in this. If Guts, if he wins and kills Nightmare, if he tries to pick up Soul Edge, then he's just going to get taken over. And I guess Nightmare will be the winner. So I gotta make a decision on this. Alright, I'm going to stick with my initial judgment, be completely stubborn about this, and say Guts is going to win. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong again. But if I'm right, then yay, I finally got one right! So, let's have a little... Yep, I can't talk. And play. Oh, don't do this to me now. Oh, okay. My computer's been weird at this point for some reason. I'm not sure why. So, I'm going to have to reload the video and get to this bit. So, I'll edit everything else out. Okay, yep, that's fixed it. The power of refresh. Oh, damn.
You're in my way. Stand aside.
Never get in Guts' way. Come on, Guts! I didn't think about the whole lightning and fire thing. Oh wait, no, Guts has a flamethrower in his arm. I forgot about that. Come on! Ah, headbutt. Ooh! Oh! Damn! Oh, someone else to go about. Guts isn't afraid of getting hurt, so that could work in Nightmare's favour, actually. Oh! According to Boomstick, he attained the power of flyingness. Oh, this isn't looking good for Guts. Oh! Come on, Guts! I said on YouTube before you were gonna win! Don't let me down! Oh! Oh, you disarmed him, nice! It's not over. Wait. Yep, I was right. Wait, no. Hold on. Don't pick the sword up. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, the demon himself is coming out now. Put the armor on. Do you just win? Yes! I got one right!
That's what I call a sword fight. While Nightmare wields more power than Guts, this is what Guts does every single day.
Hell
He gets
yes!
shit kicked out of him trying to defeat gods and demons leagues above his abilities and still prevails.
It's true. All his life.
I mean, this guy lives in a world where giant monsters are trying to kill you, eat you, rape you, or all three at the same time. And that's just Monday.
That's not a world I want to live in.
It's true. All his life, Guts has had the odds stacked against him, and yet he's still kicking while everything else is dead.
Oh, but Wizard, I thought only Soul Calibur could destroy Soul Edge.
That's also true in the Soul Calibur world. However, Inferno exists on an actual plane. If you recall, Guts' sword Dragon Slayer also exists on such a plane, leaving no question that it could destroy Soul Edge. Plus, his Berserker armor bought him plenty of time to land the killing blow.
Yeah, because it will literally let you fight on until all of your bones are shattered and the last drop of your blood is spilled.
And it's not like Soul Edge was going to have any luck tempting Guts into picking it up and turning into another Nightmare. Not only has Guts dealt with enough demonic shit to know that's a bad idea, he really loves that Dragon Slayer. He's not going to get up for anything.
Guts was just a whole nother caliber.
The winner is Guts.
Yes! Alright, next time. I know who one of them is. Iron Man! There are two thoughts I have as to who his opponent is. Who is it?
It's like the old saying. If you want someone killed right, you have to kill him yourself.
Oh, is it? Oh, I didn't think of him!
Hey everybody, click that like button if you like.
I didn't think of that!
And be sure to share and subscribe.
In the mood for more action? Check out the latest 1 minute melee between Lucario and Renamon. Yes,
I saw that 1 minute
versus Digimon.
1 minute melee.
And be sure to pick up Angry
I will not spoil it.
Adventures on Wii U. We have a video game on Nintendo. Yay!
Nice one!
Thanks for watching.
You are most welcome, guys. I love the music for the outro. Oh.
Need a website, then look no further than
No,
Squarespace.
I'll let this play for the hell of it.
If this wasn't the best way to create your own website, then why would Jeff Bridges, yes, the dude himself, use it? That's right. Jeff Bridges created the website DreamingWithJeff.com, where you can listen to his album of unique and relaxing sounds to lull you to sleep. And it's all thanks to Squarespace. No idea is too far out. Go to squarespace.com/screwattack to get 10% off and bring your idea to life. I really wasn't kidding about the whole Jeff Bridges thing. Seriously, click the dude and watch it now.
Am I supposed to... okay. Okay, well. That was Nightmare vs. Guts, and I'm so happy I finally got one right. But Nightmare, you definitely put up a good fight, and I honestly thought Nightmare was going to win for a minute there. But Guts came through. And the next time, I honestly thought it was either going to be Iron Man versus Cyborg, or Iron Man versus Batman. So it was either going to be, like, guy who wears a suit of armor and looks like a robot versus a guy who is a cyborg, or a battle of the billionaires. I didn't think it'd be Lex Luthor. Unless I wasn't Lex Luthor, and I am sounding like a complete moron right now. But yeah, I did not think of that. That really surprised me. I'm looking forward to that one. We got another Marvel vs. DC going on. Man, I'm going to have to update another video I made. Well, anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, like, comment, and sure, subscribe if you want. And I'll see you later. Bye. Finally got one right.